wrong, I had my set few friends who I said, no, I can't like girls. I didn't want everyone to know. I was highly in denial to where people are coming up to me and saying, I know you that. I'm like, nah, I don't. I'm faking crushes with all these famous dudes and that. You know what I mean? Like saying, nah, like making them background screens like.
Yeah, got some guys on your screen you're not even attracted to, just to fit in.
Yeah, just to like blend it a little bit.
When I seen you in the street the other day, you had so much energy. You had to tell me all these. I want to talk about this, that, and the other. So, you lead the way. Where should we start with, Aubz?
I feel like at the moment it's 2024.
Okay.
It's January. Everyone's got that big mindset.
It is 24.
I want to do this. I want to do that. I feel like all I've been doing for a long time is just planning. Like, what do I really want my life to visually look like?
Okay.
As for the energy, the other day, I just finished gym. I was not in a good.
The other day,
I thought, shit, you've just clocked me slipping.
Nah, I always feel the same way. If I'm out in town or in a shop, could be my own mum, and I feel like I've been caught slipping. Like, you're just left home, and I feel like I'm slipping. Yeah. Just not the usual spot, innit?
It's a bit different.
It's like, what's going on? I was on first aid training me for work. It was all right stuff, but yeah, man, the energy was there, and obviously I know you wanted to chop it up. Yeah, I know it'll flow in a minute, innit? So let's take it back. Aubz is the artist.
That's me.
So who's behind the artist? For the people that don't know, what do you go by? What's the name?
What's the name? The name's just True Aubz.
That's it, yeah, we're sticking with True Aubz.
We just stick with that.
No governments.
You know what it is, right? and I'm actually happy you brought this up.
Okay.
Because this does mean something to me. My actual name, Samsy, for me, is a lot of trauma that comes with it.
Okay. From
being a younger person in the Moss Side community, just being a bit of an idiot, chilling with the wrong people. And I don't feel like that girl anymore. I feel like I'm Aubz either way. It's still my name. I just don't want everyone to know it. So
there's more to Aubz than like just the artist name. It was before artist. So I took it as, a lot of people, Sam's is not my name. My name's Sammy, bro. Do you know what I mean? I threw a Z in there because it sounded cooler than Sammy.
There you go.
It was before I rapped, to be honest, but there was nothing. It was just, you just do that, innit?
Yeah,
but then obviously it fed into my rap name, and that's what I'm known as now. But back to you. So Aubz, tell us then, why did you change it? Take us right back, like, if you don't mind touching it when you say it was a bit traumatic and that, like, take it back, man.
A bit of my childhood growing up. I feel like, do I want to go there or on the podcast? Let me open my heart to the people. Do you know what I mean?
Lightly, innit? You don't have to go all the way there.
Nah, but
watch it back, feel it, come again if you need to.
It's just chilling in the park, and this was before Aubz, this was before True Aubz, before rapping, and some of the guys used to chill with, we were just gully, man. We had nothing to do. Just there in the hood, based up. That kind of bad mentality of, there ain't nothing to do. There's no youth clubs, there's nothing to do. We didn't read books, we didn't want to learn. We didn't know any better. We had no positive role models. Yeah, man.
I think you just fell into the stereotype and your surroundings at the time.
That's Taya, that's who Taya is, you know what I mean?
In case you slipped up, see, there's the government, guys.
There we go. That's who she is, man.
That's Taya.
That's Taya.
The surroundings, but how old are you now?
I'm 23 right now.
23, so you're still young.
Yeah.
You're still very young. But obviously coming from, you're on the road in my side, I'm in Longside. Same area, different name. Do you know what I mean? It spills over. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. Yeah, man. So it is quite easy, I think, to just slip into, you come from an area like that, Aubz, and you're naturally your friends are gonna be 9 times out of 10 involved in the culture of that area. Sadly, where we come from, the culture ain't the best.
It's not
in
too
terms
positive.
Of the streets and the roads. However, I would say 23, bro, you flip that easily. Do you know what I'm saying? 23 is young, but when I was 23, I thought, I'm getting old now. I need to have it all together, but you don't.
I'm at a point where I'm realizing how young I am in the game of life. But I'm realizing that I've been through so much stuff, like negative things. Yeah. And I've also experienced so much mad positivity. And it's like, all right, so that in itself has put me
Do you not think a lot of the negative, I believe, you know, this is just of interacting with people around the way, work, out of work. Yeah. I find a lot of people that come from, you know, from some pretty rough upbringings or been through a bit of trauma or, you know, just ain't at it all. It breeds character, strength, you know what I mean? It produces some good people, you know, because when you know that side of things, it can humble you going forward.
Yeah.
And then you're the whole, like, pay it forward, you know, partners you get on it. I think it can mold some good people, not all. And then you might meet people that have come from a solid, you know, silver spoon, if you like, background. Had it all, mum and dad, got everything. You might be spoiled.
Different walks of life, innit?
Can end up being like semi-judgmental.
Yeah.
Not everyone, like I'm saying, but it's not a bad thing, man. Like, like I say, look at you now. So when you see that the trauma thing, pull it back in it. Give us, if you don't mind, like, I don't know, some examples. Anything you want to touch on. Touch on something that spills into your music. I want to hear a scenario that the music's come from.
Straight away, I know where I'm heading.
You're going with it, yeah?
Yeah, man, flipping. You know, there's at the end of the day, whether I'm masculine, whether I identify as a lesbian, which is who I am, what I identify as, I'm a little girl, man, and for a little girl, her mother is detrimental to her. So whether that's been a good relationship or a bad one, my mum is massive in my world, you know what I mean? So I think there's having a lot of trauma with growing up and going through certain things where, you know, my mum's only 15 years older than me. Yeah. Yeah, man. So we had to grow up together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
of course you did.
Just like some little things like that, man, that's like proper shit, like.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Best, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what, not always besties. It's either besties or your worst enemy.
Yeah, I was about to, as I said that, I thought, hold on a minute.
For real though. But yeah, just going through them motions and, you know, you pick up certain things, and this is why now, like, I really want to watch who I'm becoming, because I realise the damage that we can do to one another by accidentally saying the wrong thing, and you don't even mean it sometimes.
Words are powerful.
You know what I'm saying?
Words are powerful, man. A lot of people will remember words over actions. Do you know what I'm saying? You get a lot of people, I think it was a study, like going back to like an abusive relationship, a woman that was with a guy, for instance, abusive partner. When they asked about it, they remembered more of what was said. Maybe you're underweight or you're overweight, you wear too much makeup, you do this too much, out too much, and then they start changing, and it changes the person, whereas 100%. The actions may be a slap or I don't know, some sort of anything like that. They don't remember them many actions as much as the words.
Because
the words got deep, man.
Yeah, man, it gets into the subconscious as well. And you know, when it's something painful, you're gonna remember that. But hey, that's not to say that forgiveness isn't something that's it's out there for all of us, you get me? And I would say the best thing you can do is to forgive someone.
Of course.
Yeah, man.
It's not easy sometimes.
It's a process, man.
But, you know, I think sometimes we're forgiving people for yourself, innit? Yeah. For you. Forget them, whether they deserve forgiving or not. Just if you can forgive, forget, move on, do you the world a good.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? But again, that comes down to like, it's not easy, innit?
Nah, it's not. It's a process, man. It's an inside journey before it's going to be an outside one. And that's how I like to look at it. I had to fucking think, okay, I'm feeling mad. I'm angry. I was angry. Anyone that knew me back in high school, I was fucking angry. Don't look at me bad, yeah, because I'm going to do you something and I'm not afraid. You know?
Do you think that as well? So, did you always know, like, in terms of your sexuality, at what point did you know? I like females. Do you think maybe that being, I know you've got something to say, but just for the listeners, do you think that being in there, because you say a lot of people coming out, it can be hard in it, and you think pent up, you want to see something, so now you got all that in there and it's coming out in the wrong ways?
Yeah, 100%. I was 12 when I come to that realization that I'm attracted to the same sex.
Yeah.
And I felt disappointed in myself. I felt,
yeah,
man, I felt disappointed. I felt broken.
Because you think that's not right. That's unordinary.
No, it's like, come on, we've all heard it. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Like, come on, you know what I mean? No, like,
yeah.
And I am from a Caribbean background, and that obviously is not something that's like, I mean, it's getting a lot better over the time. I don't want to shun the people then, but, you know.
It's not gay village tackle, is it?
You get me? It's not
let's fly the flag, let's hide the flags.
You know, just hide the flag. You can have it, but you hide it, you know, or something like that. But,
no, I know what you mean.
So I just think, obviously with that, yeah, man, got to like girls at 12, and then I didn't come out till I was 18. But from 12 to 18, I'd had my hair cut, I'd fell in love and had my first heartbreak before my mum.
So you hit the whole high school period, basically, high school, college, them years where it's gonna be the hardest.
Yeah,
sorry for butting in with people as well, because you know what kids are like.
You know what I mean?
Especially
like,
teenagers.
Don't get me wrong, I had my set few friends who I said, oh, I like girls. I didn't want everyone to know. I was highly in denial to where people are coming up to me and saying, I know you that. I'm like, nah, I don't. I'm faking crushes with all these famous dudes and that. You know what I mean? Like saying, nah, like making them background screens like.
Yeah, got some guys on your screen you don't even attracted to, just to fit in.
Just to like blend it a little bit. But when I was 18, that's when I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna say it. Mid-argument. Yeah. Boom. So what, I like girls, I'm what?
Who with?
It was with my dearest mum.
I was going to say, is it mum?
It was, man.
You know what's funny? She knew, man.
She knew all along. Everybody knew, especially by this stage. I was in denial with myself. And you know what? Just to anyone who's listening, who is in the closet, like, I would say here right now, since I'm blessed to have the opportunity to say so, get out of the closet for yourself and your own reflection, because you know how much more you are able to grow into yourself once you just say, that's who I am. And it's more relaxing, Samsy. Like,
yeah, I can imagine. Weight off the shoulders. Because stress ain't good, man. And that you had stress through potentially, even maybe not but some of the most important years of your life. Because school, you know, you need to be listening. It's a different topic. It don't give you everything you need to know, but it's good to socialise and learn a bit of maths. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to learn anything, learn to count and make some money. But there's a lot you need to. It's important, man.
It is.
You're at a moulding stage. 100%. Your body's taking shape. Things are going on inside you what you can't see, and you need to be stress free, man. Enjoying 100%. Life.
And even as well, another thing what I found is when you just come to terms with building your identity and becoming who you're meant to be, you make better connections with people. Like, you can have it's more open. Your heart is more free to be who it really is, instead of all these shackles and chains that you put around it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but it's not to say that it's easy, it's uncomfortable, but people get used to it and we flourish.
No, it's good, man, that's nice. It's nice that it come out. Is it nice, is it not nice? It's funny, but I like the way you say it come out mid-argument, because I know your mum probably just thought,
she was burning me up.
You tried to hit me with one there, innit? I've been knowing that.
Yeah.
that weren't a big one, Aubz. You know what I mean? Your mum would have known. But again, for a lot of people listening, 9 times out of 10 people knowing it's just say it, man. For your own.
Yeah, man, for real.
You feel better in it when you do that, I can
100%,
imagine.
man. I remember there was a point where I used to get ready, right? And I always used to, you know, I think many of the LGBTQ whatever, yeah, all them extra bits, yeah. I think when you're a young lesbian, hat vibes, especially if you're masculine, I used to hide my hat, yeah. I'd wait until I'm all the way off the block, yeah. Not on my block where people are gonna clock me. I'm waiting until I'm stepping into like Charlton and that, yeah. I'm putting the hat on and I'm like, okay, now I'm looking more in my masculine, but I'd hide it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that ain't good, man. But
hey, a lot of people go through it.
Of course, I can imagine, innit? Like, but it is becoming a bit more out there now.
Yeah, man, the world is changing.
Changing for the good, for the bad. Different opinions, different people will say different things. But we leave that, innit?
Yeah, yo. as above, as below, you get me? Polarity, if it's good over here, it gets bad over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
So now that's nice, man. So then, boom, 18, come out the closet. When did you become, we call yourself a musician? Creative?
I was already rapping by then.
You was already rapping?
Yeah, I was rapping.
So now, I'm out the closet. Did the content change now? Now you can really rap what you wanted about. Instead of rapping about boys, you can take
You get me? Yo, for real though, man.
Yo, I need to book more studios. I need to change that track from last week.
Though, like, yo, that was massive too, man. There was
I can imagine.
And even like wanting to mention girls and then not.
Cat rapper. This one was our original cat rapper, you know, for many years.
I mean, call it what you want to call it, innit? Like, yo, some lyrics I wasn't able to put out there, man.
Nah.
And now if I want to say blood clot this and this gal and this gal, at least no one can tell me, what do you mean? People know what's going on.
But now it's like I say, it's molded for who you are today.
Yeah,
it's
man.
made for good stories, growth, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can, you know what I mean, lead by example, innit?
man,
You've got
and
something, you can help people with that sort of experience.
100%
People listen to people that have lived something than someone that hasn't. Like, you should do this, bro. You like the opposite sex, it's different for you, do you know what I mean?
It's all,
like
you know
me
what I
telling
mean?
you how to do it, I can't tell you what to do or how to do it. I've never lived that experience.
No, we're just all individuals, innit? Fucking out, even the next lesbian can't tell the next lesbian because, right, them gal are built on some different DNA, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I think the love as well. Love is love, innit? Like, that's the thing for me, like.
Of course it is.
I got a big heart, so I'm glad I had to just say who I am. Man.
I think as well what people need to understand, you have no control over that.
Nah.
When you decide, I like male, I like female, I like this, I like that, like, if you're not happy with that, you're gonna have to adapt because you can't, as much as you wanna force it the other way, that's what it is.
Nah, yeah, for real.
Do you know what I mean? It's what it
man.
is. It's the way you're wired up.
It is like, yeah. I mean, I don't want to go too into too much there, but
yeah,
man.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what she's saying. Right, Aubz, on to the next one. Tell us about the music. So, go on.
The music.
When did you start? So from that point, let's go with the time from that point. Move with that point, innit?
Okay.
Or you can move less away from sexuality, music-wise. Did you think you started to, like, when did you become committed to it, let's say? Because to me, you're a committed artist. A lot of people, I'd say, they can rap. There's people on the channel that can rap. Would I call them an artist? Probably not, because they're not consistent enough. I think you need to be a bit more. There's a bit more to an artist than just being able to perform.
Me personally, like, I don't know. I think at this age now, on all these resources and all of these magical, talented people, and all of this money that does all of this magic shit on technology, anyone can do it. Anyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it. And I don't mean to have a stick up my ass when I say this, and I hope, you know, people are not offended if they watch me saying this. But I think there is more to being an artist.
I'm going to back that up so you can dislike us both together, innit?
You get me? Right, respect, yo.
There's more to it, man.
Yeah, man. And I think, I can't say what that more is to a T, but for me, music has literally, like, I don't know who I would be without it. I don't know what dark spaces I would have been in and not been able to climb out. Or even in terms of, it's made me want to read books. You get me? Like, the music is then motivating me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, I want to be a rapper and I want to make good raps. So I need to broaden my vocabulary.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
I believe that.
Yeah, man.
Listen to a broad range of music, you know, keep it broad. Yeah. Me growing up, I listened to my dad like dance music and all that happy hardcore off his not somewhere in a nightclub in the middle of a field. My mum liked Motown and soul.
Okay.
She
so
like,
the balance as well,
yeah.
it's good.
My brother listened to Eazy-E and Snoop and Pac and all of that. And my sister's like probably in between the rap and the Motown, and so she like, you know, like swing, you got like Monica, like the R&B,
yeah, man, the sweet R&B,
Brownstone and that. They call it, if you would have bought a CD back in the day, they call it swing for some reason. Don't ask me why. I should probably know as an artist, but there was a lot of albums I noticed my mum would call Sisters of Swing or Swing to Swing, and
I didn't. You're knowledgeing me.
It's a mad one. Look it up and you'll see a lot of them songs in it.
No, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you, man. Come on.
And sometimes you'll type swing music in it, it'll take you back to, I think, don't quote me on it, like Frank Sinatra days or something.
Okay, yeah.
Is that swing maybe? Yeah. But then, yeah, man, like my mum had CDs and it had all them, like I say, you know, all them bangers on it, you know, that little Keith Sweat and all that, the Brownstone and Monica, and I can't think of them off the top, but like,
the
yeah,
grooves,
man.
The grooves,
yeah,
innit?
Man.
Yeah, man.
And you think, okay, so swing it is then. Is it swing? Who knows?
Different stuff.
But yeah, that for me, that made me when I'm rapping now. I'm liking beats like I don't want them typical rap beats. I'm like, yo, bro, can you sample this? That old school
shit.
beat and throw that in there. I like how it sounds. Or can you make something similar?
Yeah, man.
So like yourself, it makes for a broader artist.
100%.
I don't think listening to straight up raps. Any form of research or training for a rapper.
No.
You're gonna end up sounding like somebody else.
No, yeah, that's it. You have to steer away from that. And to be an artist is to be, first of all, a lover of music. Don't just come with your little petty clapping this drill. I'll school these boys, you know. Like that's another thing. You know what? People always telling me I'm quiet and that. And this year, I don't wanna say it, but when I'm making noise, I'm gonna be loud.
Yeah.
I can't say when I'm gonna make the noise. That's my problem. But listen, any of these rappers, let me stare right in the camera. Yo, I'm not messing about this year. If you want to know what rappers do, I can rap. I'm not afraid of that.
You see as well, like I think, like I say, going back to artist, I never liked to be considered a rapper when I was rapping. I like the term artist, innit?
Okay.
The fact that I did different genres as well. One minute I was rapping, then I'd be doing little bits of garagey stuff and that for a minute. I was thinking, all right, this is still rapping, but it's not a rap beat, so what is it? And I like the whole creation of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to dabble in production.
It's nice, people respect it. Everyone knows what garage is.
Exactly.
Especially if you're from Manchester, like.
Exactly. And when it comes to the video side, creative, I'll be driving down the road, I'd see some old bit, I think, yo, let me swing in this like a sick location for a video. Yeah. And I'd shot a videographer before I'd done it myself, and I'd already kind of know what I wanted and how I wanted to do it. Direct it myself. Well, me and Reeks, because he's my right-hand guy when it comes to his rap thing, me and him, the way he can mention something and then I'll elevate on his thing, or I'll throw it and he'll elevate on that. With us, like, yo, we're building blocks in it. With us at it.
See, it's nice, like when you find someone where you can be in a creative space with them, and it works respectfully.
Yeah. There's no silly ideas.
It gets catty with these rap girls sometimes, you know. It does. It does. Catty with these rap girls.
Yeah, you need someone like that. Like, it's not a crap idea. Or we'll elevate that. We'll do that. Or that
I'm just hoping that all of those things are yet to come. Because I've had a couple of bad experiences.
You've got to go through the bad. Not many people can sit and say, oh, from the first one, whatever it be in what walk of life, whether it be your first flipping song or your first partner or your first this, your first gig. For them to say, oh, you know what, first one, banged, all right. Fair play. Do you know what I mean? Fair play in it, but a lot of people can't say that. You gotta
make them mistakes, man. You know, none of us are gonna start great in it.
Yo, I mentioned this on another podcast. How comfortable are you performing?
Now. That's it. That's it. Asking me in it. Now I'm very comfortable. I like it. I enjoy myself.
When you done your thing here, I thought you seemed quite confident. Or was that the alcohol?
Oh, here, no, I was
family
confident.
Maybe.
Yeah, there was people here, and it wasn't my first one, and it was my show, so I was a bit gassed. I had that energy in my system, like.
People are feeling it. When people are feeling it, so your energy's already high, innit?
100%.
So I'm not the best on the stage, and I'm not really comfortable on there. Like I've had a bad experience on a stage, and it knocked my confidence. I won't go into it because it's long. I'll just send you the podcast. I'll watch it. It's funny stuff. But that's why I asked in it. So you confident in that sense?
Yeah, no, I do. I enjoy myself.
Because again, that's artist. When we're talking artist, just because you can rap, can you pull a crowd to a stage?
Yeah, I enjoy connecting with the people.
Yeah, there you go. Good. That's a good thing.
Like, I'm a hermit, you know. I stay by myself, Samsy. But you know what? When it comes to it, I'm a people's person, you know. Yeah. I love the people, man. Like, imagine being alone.
Come out the shell.
And I spend a lot of time alone, so for me to then get out the shell.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be bare. You know what I mean?
If you can adapt in it, and that's a good trait to have. You can adapt to that. Like, I'm not a people person.
I think you're I'm going to say Sam's is a people person.
I think I'm a bit anti in it. You know what? I might be a people person once I'm comfortable.
Okay.
Once I've come in, I've studied. I've
yeah,
read
you know what?
reading,
Even I've seen over the time I've known you for a bit now, and I've seen how I feel like you're warm to me more. Like it's easier to chat to.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like that. So a person, if I connect with someone and I'm out my shell, I can be noisy and I'm happy to chop it up and I'm animated. But if you ever see me not like that,
not feeling about
then
it,
you might know now that he don't like you. He don't feel you, because I know how he meant to act.
Standard is.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's good to be reserved, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes it might give me some time in it. I'm just trying to study. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Standard.
That's me laying all my cards out now. Boom, there you go. That's me. There's my ID. There's my address.
Standard. That's
me to a T. You ain't gonna do that. You need to get to know people, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm very the way I'd explain myself is I reciprocate energy.
Okay.
So forget about what I'm able to give you, what I might want to give you. What the fuck are you giving me? Yeah, because I'm giving it you straight back. So if you're cutting them dirty looks, I'm gonna show you, yo, I'm from my side, don't fuck with me.
Using the my side tag,
No, because
everyone knows the my side.
You know what that is though, right?
Stuff.
People think, and this saying is so sad and it's so true. People really do take your kindness for weakness. And I'm a kind person. They do. So then they think that I'm weak.
Yeah, you have to be
I can't let people do that this year, man. I had too many people them think they can walk over
People
me.
will take in it. People take and want, and then when you say no or don't give, they forget all the other times now, and it's a problem. Or sometimes it might have never been a problem, but because you've been so giving, they get used to that. They don't know meaty. You don't know no medium rare.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
They know.
It's right though.
Straight.
And then it's for on the opposite hand is that if someone wants to be very loving towards me, I got a big heart, man. It doesn't matter. Even for me, I can show man them love. I got bare love for you. I take care of you. You get me? I'm here. I'm present in that. So it's just about people should think how they're approaching people.
Nah, for real. You see as well, I used to say that so I've changed my outlook on that a little bit. I used to say, the typical thing most people know, because it's what you're taught, and it treat people how they treat you.
Yeah.
But then I think, you know what? I'm gonna stay how I am, because if someone's a bit of an arsehole, I'm not trying to be an arsehole, because I'm gonna start then. You've tricked me out of my position. I'm acting like you. So what my thing is now, I just distance myself from you, because I don't need to be acting like you.
That's even better.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't need to be acting like you.
Because that's even better. Distance yourself. Boom.
Finish them, bro, because you're gonna start acting like a clown or
yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Or however they act, your best off just.
That's so right.
But it took me a while to learn that, until I started acting out a character, and I'm thinking, this ain't me.
Yeah.
Because it can become you.
Like somebody else now.
It'll become you. You get used to acting a certain way. It can happen in relationships or friends that you're spending too much time with. People at work. Going back to people at work, when you say my side, it's funny, I work away a lot, yeah. And when I say I'm from Manchester, so many people, ooh.
Yeah, innit?
They live on my side. Funny, everyone knows my side worldwide, It's
worldwide,
actually
though, on holiday and that, I'm just like, okay.
My brother was on holiday, years ago, and he bumped into some people from Compton, Yo, here off of them laughing, because he must have heard my brother listening to some rap music, kid it from back. He's like, we're listening to, they know about them.
Yeah,
they're chatting, and he said Manchester, they said my side. I'll get burnt me when they say, I'm from Longside, I don't know that. Listen, some people do, but it annoys me still. I get a bit butter over that.
Another thing, just since we're going back onto the talk of the Maasai community, I want to raise that place. But now, because that there's so much love, and it's just all the negative light that it gets. And that community, everyone's welcome. Most of the flipping, let's not go into what the media does and what the system does, because that's a whole other story, and I don't think we have time. But flipping out.
It's just holding on to it's the past, innit? People just know it from when Manchester, I've had people say, you're from Gunchester, bro, shut up, man.
Yeah,
a newspaper article in the early 2000s, late 90s or something, whenever it was, 80s even. I don't know when it was, but it was a long time ago.
What I mean? It's time to just let go of them things and let new areas, not even let people show you what it is in the current moment. Always talking about the past now, it's getting boring.
There's so much good, like, yo, man, I love being from Manchester.
Yeah,
I love
man,
that it's got its
man,
past. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%. I love where it is now. And would I wish it didn't have a past? Nah, man. I'm happy with where the past was, man. It
shapes us, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And there's been times along the way when I was growing up where the area I grew up in the sites and the people I chill with, we're putting our stamp on a past now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Feeding off what was before and stuff, and it's like, yeah, man,
it gets a bit boring after a while because even everything has to change, innit?
Exactly.
And has to evolve.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, it's not all bad, and it's
Definitely
a welcoming community, and yeah, man, I'd love if over these next 5 years there'll be a lot more positive media.
I think it's coming. It's coming. There's a lot going on in the city, isn't there? A lot of change, a lot of things to do with. I can tell you one thing, Manchester. I've got a lot of good artists, rappers. Some are artists, some are actual rappers. Even if it's just like, because there's a lot of people that can actually rap, and it irritate me that they don't pursue it. You know, it's like no consistency, and you're like, yo.
I know them guys too, man. I know them guys.
You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, you've really got it. We've got a lot of talent, if you like, in this city. Plenty of talent. Yeah, plenty of talent.
At the end of the day as well, like, it's a spirit as well, man. Like, having the lyrics and having the flow and being able to. But then, have you got the spirit to carry it, and what are you gonna do with it, man? Because
it's true. That's why it takes more than talent.
Some man, like, even I know a couple of guys I can think of, and it's not to diss them. Everyone's got their own path, and some people just would rather just do what they're doing and make some money, innit?
Yeah. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into being.
It's a lot of time and effort.
With most things, any form of business, innit? At the end of the day, a lot of music. Become a successful artist, it becomes business, doesn't it? Yeah. Because you have to push it like a business, promote it like a business, get bookings, take clients. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just think, oh, this is long, but talent is good, innit? But hard work and determination outweighs talent 10 to 1, mate. Like, if you've got all the talent, but you're sat on your ass playing Xbox, and I'm half decent but still good, I'm gonna run rings around you, bro. But again, that comes down to your get up and go. How you know what I mean? If you've got to get up and go, you're flying. Let's go. Determined. Marketing, I think in music now, your marketing's like, it's important as well.
Yeah, it's way
how you brand yourself and how you push it. People are doing the maddest things to promote the music.
Yeah.
Again, if you've not got that edge on people.
Making sure I'm in this race this year, like, boom, trying to be present.
You need to have the edge in it. You have to think, I always used to say, like, you got to think outside the box. But, you know what I started to learn? You know, when you're sitting out thinking outside the box, you can sit there, bro, and the train can pass because you've been trying to think outside the box. And the train's full of people that say it in the box. And now they're winning. So maybe get back in the box, you know.
Yeah.
Think outside the box while sat in the box, innit, and do what's working at the time is what I've learned to understand.
Yeah, man, I feel
Instead of thinking, I must sit on the sidelines trying to think of this next brilliant idea that's just not coming to me right now.
Nah, 100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I totally get what you mean.
You know what I mean, innit?
I've had too many times to think, all the plans I have, if I go and do one of even the 5 things, more progress. Exactly, and it's true, man. So going forward with the music now, with 2024, it's the beginning of the year. What we got to expect? Where we going? What we thinking? Like what between now and say, Christmas? Where would you like to be this time next year, for instance? You know what? Like, I'm at a point right now where I feel like I know I have supporters, and I'm so grateful. And I have worked hard, and I've nearly been doing this for 10 years, like. Yeah, flipping out. That in itself is a milestone. So I don't want to talk too much. If anything, I want to say sorry because I've not been. I've not been on the ball. And really, what am I doing? And I've just, I spoke to Sam. I spoke to you off camera, Samsy, and said to you that flipping. I've had a relationship and I've been running around doing this and spending money doing that and not putting it into studio. Doing other things instead of sitting and making sure I'm writing. Got complacent with what I know I can do. And no matter what, even if I never make a song again, I guarantee next year someone will still say, oh yeah, you done that. It can't be. I don't want to be one of them people who's living off an old name.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because I'm a bit lazy as an artist, and I get people saying to me, bro, man, where's the music, man? You're slacking, you're always filming everyone else.
No, but you're great because you're doing other things though.
Exactly.
And that's what is great.
And this is what, I'm still in there, I'm like, oh, I'm still in the music though, just because I'm not physically out there rapping.
Yeah.
I got to a point with myself where I felt a bit old for it.
Okay.
So I'm 33, nearly 34, got 10 years on you. But the point I had that, I think, well, that was ages ago, bro. And I look at people that age now thinking, you ain't that old. So you're never too old. And
nah, not really.
If you enjoy something, do it, innit? If you ain't harming no one, ain't bothering no one, do your thing, innit?
Yeah,
enjoy the rap. You've got a duty, though. You have a duty. These fans, if you have got fans from the beginning, you have a duty. If they're still here, you are getting her inbox and start giving her abuse, mate. Because I get abuse off people.
Yeah,
bro, you're taking the piss. I get man getting mad at me.
Yo, I'm at a point
like,
where,
you know what, I deserve that.
I'm just like, I'm receiving positive, sweet messages.
Yeah.
I love that thing, and I look back and I think, all right, someone just messaged me the other day and said they like Alchemist. And I looked, and Alchemist is a year old now. How many songs have I done after Alchemist? 1. Why? Because I've been doing other shit. You know what I mean?
And that goes back to the talent ain't gonna get you nowhere.
I don't
it's
know,
your drive
man.
and
So I don't want
determination will get you somewhere.
Just answering your question, yeah. I don't want to say what's coming next. All I want to make sure is saying things are coming.
Yeah. So people are aware.
I can't tell you when. I'm just gonna make sure that this year, mate. I can't be quiet. I love this. There's a reason I'm doing it, and it's not. First of all, it's not about anyone else. It's what I owe to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the times I spend at night at the back door having my little smoke.
You could be writing, you could be doing something productive.
I rap to myself, but one of my things it's good I can freestyle. Sometimes makes you a bit lazy because I'll just freestyle.
Instead of actually sitting down and writing some solid project. But it is a skill or freestyle. It get you out of a lot of trouble sometimes. Yeah. You need that writer's block. You ain't getting that freestyle. Let me just freestyle my way out of this one.
I can just do that. Yeah.
But nah, so this would be let's call this a project, because this is a little foundation now for the year, innit?
Yeah, 100%. And this is why I'm glad that you gave me the time, man. And I shouted you. Been shouting you from last year. Said, yo, Samsy, yo, get me on here.
I was doing the same thing, innit? I was getting a bit complacent, and you should never really say, right, I'm gonna start from the beginning of. Sounded mad at the beginning of a year.
Yeah.
But what I started to do, I thought, I'm going to get my wheels in motion now, because I've got some plots and plans. I started prepping for January, so that it was ahead on the 1st of January.
Man, innit?
So now I've got a bag of lab sessions parked up, bag of this, what I get, a bag of these.
Yeah.
The channel's flowing now for a while, because sometimes just getting the wheels in motion, then you pick up momentum, you just roll your way through there. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, that's what trust me.
Come in.
This is what I'm saying now. So these next couple of songs, there's a couple of tunes that are in my phone. These now, put it this way, and you call it what you like, everyone's got the way of doing it. There's some man, you know what, big up my guy Donatello, we just made a tune. Donatello's consistent.
He is. We need to get you on here, actually.
Fire.
I fought with Donatello.
You know what I mean?
He's very hard stuff.
Very hard. I can't wait for you to hear our song.
Is it hard,
you know, when the camera's off.
Yeah, I'll show it me.
Yeah, man.
K9, you know K9, who we just done a track with? You're not onto him. I think he's from Bolton. He sing, he raps, got a bit of in between. He can sing and then he can rap, kind of thing. Yeah. He hit me up because he's just done a track with Donatello, and Kanan's also done a lab session. She's like, yo, what you saying on a back to back with me and Donatello? I was like, yo, if that's what you want to do, bro, let's get it done, innit?
You make things happen, you get me? The creativity is there, but as I'm saying, whether you call it lazy or whatever you want to call it. So what I want for these next couple of songs now, if they can do what the last song's done, because I've been doing this for time and people will still, this song, that song from years ago, and I'm proud of that. Like,
of course, it should be, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a nice feeling, innit?
And only just recently have I had the time to sit down and think, actually, still making a lot of movements of songs I made time ago.
You've got to give yourself props sometimes, sit back and reflect.
People have not forgot about them, and I'm still able to make a little bit of money and catch a performance. So
yeah.
These next couple of songs, if they can carry me for a couple more years, where I sit and I make more plans and I make more money, because also that's another thing, like being an artist, you need money to flip in. Go to the studio, like don't think that this shit is cheap.
No, it's not. That's why I recently put up the stats this year. I wanted to get to a point with the lab. When I started the lab, I do a lot of freebies, but I had to charge with a lot. And I always said I want to get to a point where it's just free in it. The channel's free. Obviously, I can't give the studio out for free because shit, there's overheads. Yo. I'm not in that point yet, innit?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Understood,
but the channel's now free. Put a status up. Lab sessions are free. Straight-ins are free. Podcast's always been free anyway, but uploads are free. Do you know what I'm saying? I've told everyone, like, we're in a position now where we can do that. So that for me is a win, innit?
And you're doing things and you don't even know how it could come back to you in a year's time, yo. You get me? When the table them turns, Samsy, I hope you get your blessing back, man, because I see you putting a lot of artists on, man, so
yeah, man.
I'm grateful, and, you know, I hope the rest of the people are as well, man.
That being said, you see that, like, she's here, promise you this, there's a lab session set behind this camera, so we need more females.
Come
so
true,
Aubz is going to do one, whether it be live or pre-recorded. I think we've got about 4 lives. Rest of them are pre-recorded, but it's up to you. But I'm going to start pestering you, you know.
I'd have a little
There's a project,
you know.
There's a project. We need more. We need more, man. But yeah, man. So 2024, I feel like it's a good time to wrap up this podcast now because we've ended on I feel like we've ended on a high. Do you get it? I'm gassed that we stopped the camera just at the right time. I'm still thinking about it. Distracting me a little bit how gassed I am.
We knew.
Aubz,
Peace
it's been a pleasure, man.